Good morning, students. Welcome back to English 2 class. And today we will discuss the second part of chapter number 7, Maharana Pratap. We have already completed up to scene 1. What we have seen up to here? We have seen that Maharana Pratap is the eldest son of Maharana Uday Singh, the ruler of Mewar. Okay. And he was he was respected or revered as one of the greatest warriors India has ever produced. Okay, he chose to be an independent ruler rather than accepting the sovereignty of Akbar. Means he wanted to be independent rather than accepting the supreme power of Akbar. Okay, now in scene 1, we have seen that Man Singh, who was a Rajput prince and who served for Akbar, he said to Akbar that he went to Udaipur with Akbar's proposal, but Pratap did not accept Akbar's sovereignty, means Akbar's supreme power, and the people of Mewar hated Man Singh and called him a traitor or a betrayer. Okay. Next, we have seen that Akbar is saying Man Singh to have patience because he believed that Pratap did not have that much strength to fight with the Mughal Empire. So when they will go in the battlefield at that time, Man Singh can take revenge of this insult on the battlefield. Okay, because Akbar believed that his cavalry is well trained. Okay, and he's trained horses and elephants, and the best weapons from my arsenal, means from his weaponry they had trained horses, their cavalry is well trained, they were well equipped, okay, for the battle. So he said that they can take the revenge in the battlefield. Okay, next we will start scene 2. In Maharana Pratap's court in their new capital Udaipur, Rana Pratap of Mewar is grieving the loss of Chittor to Mughals. Okay, Mughals also took over Chittor, so Maharana Pratap is very upset for that. Okay, now let us see Pratap. The sacrifices of the brave chiefs Rao Jaimal and Patta and our brave soldiers will not go in vain. Send messages for alliance to the neighboring Rajput kings. Together we will give a blow to the Mughal invader Akbar. So Pratap is grieving, or he is very upset, and he is saying that the sacrifices of our brave chiefs Raja Jaimal and Patta will not go in vain. Okay, we will fight for them. Okay, it will not, their sacrifice will not be wasted. You send message for the alliance, means here act of uniting to the neighboring Rajput kings. He wanted that all the Rajput kings, they should unite and together they should fight with Akbar. Okay, together we will give a blow to the Mughal invader Akbar. So Akbar was an attacker, invader means attacker. So they wanted that all Rajput kings, they should together fight with the Mughal emperor Akbar. Okay. Now Samant is saying that, but I am sorry to inform you, Maharaj, that many Rajput kings have already disgraced our clan by accepting the sovereignty of Akbar. This means that many Rajput kings have already disgraced, means brought shame or loss of respect. Our clan means group of interrelated families by accepting the sovereignty of Akbar. So here Samant is saying that many Rajput kings have accepted the sovereignty of Akbar, and this is how they have disrespected or they brought shame to our group of interrelated families, because they all belong to Rajput, they all were Rajput kings. Okay, so this is very simple that many of the kings have accepted that Akbar is supreme. Okay, now let us see, Pratap is saying that, but I will not give him that pleasure. We will show him that Rajputs are warriors who prefer death to defeat. So Pratap is saying that, but I will not give him that pleasure. I will not give him that enjoyment, that happiness, because I will show him that Rajputs are warriors and they prefer death to defeat. They will not get defeated without fighting. Okay, they will fight and they will die, but they will not accept that Akbar is supreme. Samant is saying that we are with you, our king. So Samant is saying that we all are with you, our king. Raja Punja is saying that our entire tribe is with you. And so Raja Punja was Raja Punja was the leader. Here it is given that he is the leader of the Bhil warriors. Okay, Raja Punja is leader of the Bhil tribe. Okay, so he is saying that our entire tribe is with you. Now Pratap is saying that I am grateful to the Bhils for their support. History will always remember you and your tribe with respect and dignity. So Pratap said to the Bhils that history will remember you and they will always give you respect and honor because of your contribution. Okay, so Pratap is very grateful to the Bhils. A sepoy takes permission to enter the court and bows before the king. A sepoy, okay, a sepoy came and he took permission to enter into the court before the king. He bows down before the king. Now Pratap says that, what news have you brought? Sepoy says that, Maharaj, it is bad news. The Mughal army had begun to march towards Udaipur and they are in thousands. So the sepoy gave information that the Mughal army have already started coming towards the Udaipur and they are in thousands. Okay. Someone said that, how will we fight? How will we face the Mughal army? They are far more in number than us. So Samant is saying that how we will fight with this Mughal army who are in thousands. Okay, at that time what Pratap said? Pratap said that, remember, a war is won by courage and not by number of soldiers. So Pratap said that always remember that a war should be won, or a war is won by courage and not by the number of soldiers. We are fighting to protect our dignity and save our motherland from the clutches of the Mughal plunderer. Okay. So here Pratap is saying that our war will be won by courage and not by number of soldiers. Okay. And we are fighting to protect our dignity and save our motherland from the clutches, means from the hands of Mughal plunderer, means to take by force wrongfully. Okay. So Mughal emperor is wrongfully taking the kingdom of the Rajputs by force. Okay. So Pratap is a Rajput king and they are fighting to protect their dignity. Okay. They want to save their motherland from the hands of Mughal emperor who is forcefully taking away their kingdom. We should not be afraid. There is no reason for fear. So Pratap is saying that we should not be afraid. There is no reason for fear. I have a plan. Pratap is having a plan. We will surprise them by attacking at the narrow pass at Haldighati. One troop of soldiers will attack from the front and the other from the rear guard of Mewar. Let the preparations begin. So Pratap is having plan that they will surprisingly attack the soldiers of Akbar at the narrow pass of Haldighati. One group of soldier they will attack from the front and the other from the rear guard of Mewar. Rear guard means the group of soldiers who protect the back part of the army. Okay, and let the preparation begin. Thousands of well-equipped, well-trained soldiers, hundreds of war elephants and the best bred horses marched towards the narrow rocky pass of Haldighati. Rana Pratap, astride Chetak, led the cavalry. The red flag of Mewar, displaying the golden sun, the symbol of royal house, fluttered in the breeze. You can see the scenery here. Thousands of well-equipped, well-trained soldiers, hundreds of elephants, and the best bred horses. They marched towards the narrow rocky pass of Haldighati. Okay, and Rana Pratap astride Chetak. Astride here means, see the meaning, astride means to sit with legs on either side. So Rana Pratap, he sat on Chetak, was his horse's name. Okay, led the cavalry. The red flag of Mewar, displaying the golden sun. The flag of Mewar is red colored and it displayed a golden sun, the symbol of the royal house. It was fluttering in the breeze, in the air it was fluttering. Camps were set and the wheels kept a watch. They moved silently like shadows and relayed the news of the Mughal movements to the generals. Now camps were set and the wheels kept a watch on the Mughal army, and they silently moved like shadows, and they gave the information of the Mughals to the Rajputs generals. Okay. It is night time and the alert soldiers were in full spirits to fight to the end. Now Sepoy 1, he is saying that Maharana is such a down to earth person, he sat down to eat with us. So Sepoy 1 is saying that Maharana Pratap is such a good person. Okay, such he did not have any proudness. He is down to earth. He is sitting down with us and eating with us. Okay, he is not at all proudy that he is a king and he should not sit there. Sepoy 2 is saying that no doubt this morning I even saw him feeding Chetak with his own hands. I have never heard of such an affection between a king and his horse. Sepoy 2 is saying that yes, no doubt that he is down to earth, because Sepoy 2 had seen Maharana Pratap feeding Chetak with his own hands, and no one had ever heard of such affection between a king and his horse. Sepoy 1 is saying, oh well, Chetak is Maharana's true companion, means true friend, his favorite mount. He is loyal, tireless and fearless. Chetak is he is loyal as well as tireless and fearless, and he is a very good friend of Maharana Pratap. After a battle, Rana personally checks Chetak's wounds, and only after Chetak has been treated, he attends to himself. So Maharana Pratap, after every fight, he checks Chetak wound, that where he has got hurt. He first checks that, and then he first wants Chetak to be treated, and then he attends to himself. Sepoy 2 is saying that I am so proud of our king, I can lay down my life for him. So Sepoy 2 is saying that I am proud of our king and I will give my life for him. Sepoy 1 is saying tomorrow is the big day to fight the Mughals and show our loyalty to our king. So tomorrow we will fight and show our loyalty to the king. At dawn, the chiefs and the soldiers take their position along the gorge, means a narrow valley between hills and mountains. A cloud of dust rises above the distant treetops as the enemy draws near. As the enemy was coming near, they could see the dust, okay, in the air. So they could find out that the enemy is coming near. Now Rana Pratap, Samantas and Sepoys chorus with swords held high. Victory for Mewar, death before dishonor. So they are together saying that victory for Mewar and death before dishonor. Before dishonor, we will prefer death. We will die, but we will not accept his sovereignty. Okay. Now Pratap and his valiant soldiers charged down the steep rocky slopes of the pass to confront the large Mughal army. Pratap and his soldiers, they were ready to face the large Mughal army which was led by Qazi Khan. Okay, Mughal army was led by Qazi Khan. Mughals were attacked from both sides and no scope for escape. So Mughals were attacked from both sides and they did not have any scope, any place for escape. A fierce battle took place. Rows of soldiers held arrows from both sides. So soldiers were fighting. Held means soured their arrows from both sides. Thorn bushes tore into their skins and clothing. Sounds of swords, screams of horses, and soldiers filled the air. So when the fight was going on, at that time, sounds of swords, screams of horses, the soldiers filled in the air. Okay, and Man Singh, with a troop of Mughal, was leading his herd of dreaded elephants. Okay, so Man Singh, with troop of Mughals, was leading his herd of dreaded elephants, means fearful elephants. Okay, and Rana Pratap, spotting Man Singh standing atop his elephant, whispered in Chetak's ear, "Chetak, we have to kill him. Only that will pave a path for our victory." So Rana Pratap, when he saw Man Singh standing at top of his elephant, he whispered in Chetak's ear that we have to kill him. That will only give us way for our victory. I know you are worthy and exhausted, dear friend, but I have full faith in you and come on. So he says that he was wounded. The horse was wounded and exhausted. Still, he wanted that he has full faith on his horse that he will help him. That horse will help him killing Man Singh. Pratap spurred and steered towards Man Singh. Spurred and steered means urged the horse to move forward. Steered means horse. He urged his horse to move forward towards Man Singh and nobody could stop his fury. Chetak skidded to and collided with the elephant's plate armor. So Chetak, what he did, so Pratap moved forward towards Man Singh and nobody could stop his fury. Okay, nobody could stop his fury. Chetak skidded means he slipped to a halt and he just collided or hit by accident with the elephant's plate armor. So the horse, when they were moving fast, the horse slipped and they just collided with the elephant's plate armor. It then flung high in the air and planted his hooves on the forehead of Man Singh's elephant. Okay, now Pratap threw his lance at Man Singh. So due to this sudden heat, the plate armor of the elephant, it flung high in the air and it planted in the hooves on the forehead of Man Singh's elephant. Okay, at that time Pratap threw his weapon at Man Singh, but the blow fell on the Mahout, who was killed instantly. But that weapon, it fell into Mahout and he was killed. Both Rana and his beloved Chetak were seriously injured. Chetak was limping, means he was walking with difficulty. Walk with difficulty. Okay, limping means he was walking with difficulty, and stumbling means lost his balance. So since Chetak was injured, he was unable to walk and he was losing his balance also. Some Mewar soldiers quickly shielded Rana Pratap. So some Mewar soldiers, they quickly protected Rana Pratap, and Jhala Man Singh persuaded him to leave the battlefield and save himself. Jhala Man Singh said to Maharana Pratap to leave the battlefield and go from there to save himself. Okay, Jhala Man Singh, for the sake of, is saying to Rana Pratap that for the sake of Mewar, I beg you, my king, to ride swiftly to safety. You are our only hope. Mewar will be lost without you. So Jhala Mansingh requested Jhala Mansingh requested Rana Pratap that he should go to safe place because he is the only hope of Mewar. So Mewar will be lost without Rana Pratap. Okay, so he was requested to move from there, and Rana Pratap agreed reluctantly, means unwillingly. Okay, he agreed, but he was unwillingly agreed to that. Okay, Jhala Mansingh grabbed Pratap's crown and armor and disguised himself as Rana Pratap. Now Jhala Mansingh, he just took Rana Pratap's crown and his armor, whatever he was wearing, and he just disguised himself as Rana Pratap. He just showed to others that he was Rana Pratap. Okay, so the deception worked, means the trickery. He tricked the soldiers of Akbar that he is Rana Pratap, and that trick worked. The deception worked while the Mughal soldiers followed Jhala Man Singh and killed him, thinking him to be Rana or Maharana Pratap. Had time to escape. Maharana Pratap had the time to escape. Chetak limping badly, but not once stopping, and galloped towards the safety of the forest. Now these Mughal soldiers, they thought Jhala Man Singh as Maharana Pratap, and they killed him. Okay, and at by this time Maharana Pratap got time to escape from there. Chetak was limping, he was unable to walk, but he did not stop once also. He galloped towards the safety of the forest. Pratap was unconscious because of loss of blood. Pratap also lost a lot of blood, so he was unconscious. Okay, as soon as Chetak brought his master to the camp safely, he collapsed. As soon as Chetak brought his master to camp, he just collapsed, and attendants rushed to treat Rana Pratap. So attendants, they just ran to treat Rana Pratap. Pratap says, Chetak first. Treat Chetak first. But the horse did not respond. It lay still. So the horse was not responding. It was dying. Pratap cares the head of the dying horse. Cares means touched lovingly the head of the dying horse. Farewell, brave warrior. History will remember you as the hero of Haldighati. So Pratap said to Chetak that farewell Chetak, and history will remember you as a brave warrior of Haldighati. Okay, so the horse died, Chetak died. It reached Rana Pratap safely to the camp, and the horse died. The horse was a real true friend of Maharana Pratap. And Jhala Man Singh also was a true warrior because he said Rana Pratap to move towards safe place, and he just disguised himself as Rana Pratap and he died. Okay, so here we end our chapter. So what we learned here, that we should not fight seeing the soldiers, the number of soldiers. We should always face the fight with courage. Okay, courage is the main thing that we should have. Okay, see here we end our class today. In the next class we will discuss the question answers. Okay, till then take care, bye, and thank you children.